Good morning, guys. We will discuss some new topic of Java, and today I will discuss about the some interview questions. Right? First one: what are the difference between has include statement and import statement? And import statement. Right? What are the difference? What are the difference between has include statement and import statement? Right? Anyone know about this? Has include statements is available up to C and C++. Right, sir? Has include statement has include statements is available up to C and C++ only. Okay, has include statements is available up to C and C++ only. But import statement is available in Java. Right? Okay. Second one, has include statements is used to include the predefined library which is available in the form of header files. Right? Has include statements has include statements are used to include the predefined library which are available in the form of header files. Right? Has include statements are used to include the predefined library which are available in the form of header files. But in Java, import statements are used. In C and C++, has include statements are used to include the predefined library. Predefined library, that means already predefined library in the compiler in this. Okay, and which are available in the form of header files. But in Java, import statement. Import statement are used. Import statements are used to include the predefined library, which are used and available in the form of packages. Okay. Import statements are used to include the predefined library which are used, available in the form of packages. Third one, has include statement statements is providing static loading. Right? Has include statements is providing a static loading. In a Java, import statement is providing dynamic loading. Right? In C and C++, has include statement is providing static loading, but in Java, import statement is providing a dynamic loading. Right? Fourth one, has include statement are recognized by preprocessor. Has include statements are recognized by preprocessor in C and C++. In Java, import statement are recognized by with compiler and JVM. Are recognized by both compiler and JVM. JVM means Java Virtual Machine. Import statements are recognized by both compiler and JVM. Okay, and in C and C++, has include statements are recognized by preprocessor. In Java, import statement is recognized by compiler and JVM. Okay. Next, fifth one, C and C++ are platform independent. C and C++ are platform dependent, but Java is platform independent programming language. Okay. C and C++ are platform dependent. Language but Java is platform independent programming language. Okay, C and C++ are platform dependent programming language, but Java is platform independent programming language. Right? One more next questions, interview questions. What are the difference between .exe file and .class file? What are the difference between .exe file and .class file? .exe file is different and .class file is different, right? What are the difference between .exe file and .class file? What are the difference between .exe file and .class file? First one, .exe file is available up to C and C++. .exe file is available up to C and C++ only, right? But .class file is available up to Java, right? Next one, second point is that .exe file contains directly executable code. .exe file contains directly executable code, right? But .class file contains a bytecode. It is not executable code. It is not executable code directly. It is not executable code directly. It is an intermediate code, right? .class file contains a bytecode. It is not executable code directly. It is an intermediate code, right? Next point. Next point is that .exe file is platform dependent file. .exe file is platform dependent file, right? .exe file is platform dependent file, but .class file is platform independent file, right? Fourth point. Fourth point is .exe file. .exe file is less secured file. .exe file is less secured file. .class file is more secure file, right? Completed up to this. Now again we will discuss in both points what are the difference between has include statement and import statement. First, has include statement is available up to C and C++, but in Java import statement is available in Java, right? Second point, has statements are used to include the predefined library. Has include statement are used to include predefined library which are available in the form of header files, right? In Java, import statements are used to include the predefined library which are used or available in the form of packages. Okay. Third point, in has include statements is providing a static loading. Okay. In Java, import statement is providing a dynamic loading. Fourth point is has include statements are recognized by preprocessor. Okay, preprocessor. In Java, import statements are recognized by both compiler and JVM. And fifth point, C and C++ are platform dependent programming language, but in Java, Java is a platform independent. Okay, wait up to this. Next question is that what is the difference between .exe file and .class file? First point is .exe file is available up to C and C++ only, but .class file is available up to Java. Second point, .exe file contains directly executable code, but .class file contains a bytecode. It is not a executable code. It is not a executable code directly. It is an intermediate code. Third point, .exe file is platform dependent file and .class file is platform independent file. And fourth point, .exe file is less secured file and .class file is more secured file. Okay. Okay. One more interview questions. What are the difference between pointer variable and reference variable? This is the most important questions in interview. What are the difference? What are the difference between what are the difference between pointer pointer variable and reference variable? What are the difference between pointer variable and reference variable? Pointer variables available up to C and C++ only. Pointer variable is available up to C and C++ only. It is not in used in Java. Okay, pointer is only used in the C and C++ one. Pointer variables are available up to C and C++ only. Pointer variables are available up to C and C++ only. In Java, reference variable are available up to Java. Java mainly. Pointer variables are available up to C and C++ only. Reference variable are available up to Java mainly. Second point, pointer variable are recognized and initialized at compilation time. Pointer variable are recognized and initialized. Pointer variables are recognized and initialized at runtime. At runtime. A reference variable are recognized and initialized at sorry recognized and initialized at compilation time. Compilation time. But reference variable are recognized and initialized at runtime. Pointer variables are available up to C and C++ only, and the reference variable are available up to Java only. Second point, pointer variable are recognized and initialized at compilation time only, but reference variable are recognized and initialized at runtime. Fifth point, is that multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. multiple inheritance not possible in Java. Multiple inheritance not possible in Java. First, single inheritance and multiple inheritance. But multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Right, sir? Now, completed up to this. Some important topics is there. Object oriented features. What is the object oriented features? See up, see this object oriented. Object oriented features. What is the object oriented features? There are some object oriented features like that. First one, class. Second one, object. Third one, encapsulation. Fourth one, abstraction. Fifth one, inheritance. Sixth one, polymorphism. Seventh, message passing. Right? There are some object oriented features. First one, class, object, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and message passing. Right? We will discuss it now. Polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism. See this polymorphism. If one thing is existed in more than one form, if one thing is existed in more than one form, then it is called as polymorphism. If one thing is existed in more than one form, if one thing is existed in more than one form, then it is called as polymorphism. If one thing is existed in more than one form, then it is called as polymorphism. 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 Polymorphism is a Greek word. Polymorphism is a Greek word where polymorphism is a Greek word where poly means many and morphism means structure or forms, where poly means many and morphism morphism means structures. Structures or form. Right? What is polymorphism? If one thing is existed in more than one form, if one thing is existed in more than one form, then it is called as polymorphism. Polymorphism is a Greek word where poly means many and morphism means structured or forms. Right? Polymorphism has two types. First one, static polymorphism. Static polymorphism, and second one, dynamic polymorphism. Right? First one is static polymorphism and second one is dynamic polymorphism. Static polymorphism is, what is a static polymorphism? Static polymorphism. If polymorphism is existed if polymorphism is existed at compilation time, compilation time, then that is, if polymorphism is existed at compilation time, then called that is called as static polymorphism. If polymorphism is existed at compilation time, then that is called as static polymorphism. Right? Example, overriding. Sorry, overloading. Overloading is the best example for static polymorphism. And second one is dynamic polymorphism. What is dynamic polymorphism? Dynamic polymorphism. If the polymorphism, if the polymorphism if the polymorphism is existed at if the polymorphism is existed at runtime, if the polymorphism is existed at runtime, then that is then that polymorphism then that polymorphism is called as dynamic polymorphism. Right, sir? What is the dynamic polymorphism? If the polymorphism is existed at runtime, then that polymorphism is called dynamic polymorphism. Right? Okay. And it is the best example for is that overriding. Overriding. And after this completion, what is overloading and what is overriding? Okay, overloading and overriding. Overloading loading. Overloading have two methods. First one, method overloading, and second one is operator overloading. First one is method overloading, and second one is operator overloading. Method overloading and operator overloading. Method overloading. If we declare more than if we declare more than one method, if we declare more than one method with the same name, with the same name with the same name and with the different parameter. If we declare more than one method with the same name and with the different parameter list, then that is called method overloading. Right? Method overloading. If we declare more than one method with the same name and with the different parameter list, then that is called as method overloading. Example: we have a class A, void add method, int I, int j. We have a one method which is add method. Okay, and in add method there are two parameters, I and j, int I and int j. It is a parameter. Okay, void add float f1 float f2. We have a one class A and there are two different two same method. Okay, there are two same method which is add method. There is one add method and second again one add method. There are in an add method different parameter is there. Okay, there is different parameter is there in this add method, int I and int j. It is a parameter in add method, and second add method is a different parameter which is float f1 and float f2. Okay, but there are in this scenario the add method is same. Okay, one if we declare more than one method with the same name. Okay, same name, add method, add method. There are two methods with the same name. There are two methods with same name. First one is add method, second one is also the add method. But in add method, parameter will be changed. Okay, parameter will be changed. In there, int I and int j, and is there float f1 and float f2. There are different parameter is there. Next one, we declare one more method, void add, with same name, string. String str1, string str2, right? There is a class A, and there are three methods with same name. Add method, there is a add method, there is a add method. Okay, first add method, in add method there are different parameter is there. First parameter is int I and second parameter is float f1 and third parameter is string str1. Okay, same same method is there, but different parameter is there. Okay, so method, what is a method overloading? Method overloading is says if we declare more than one method, there are three method is there. If we declare more than one method with the same name, with a different parameter in add method, there is a different parameter, is in second add method there is a different parameter, and third add method is there is a different parameter. The different parameter list, then that is called method overloading, right? Completed up to this. And second word is operator overloading. We completed method overloading, and second one is operator overloading. Operator overloading, if we define more than one functionality for any single operator, then it is called as operator overloading, right? What is operator overloading? If we define more than one functionality for any single operator, then it is called operator overloading. Let's see the example. Int a is equal to 10. Int a is equal to 10. Int b is equal to 20 int c is equal to a plus b, right? Int a is equal to 10, int b is equal to 20, and int c is equal to a plus b. What is saying that operator overloading? If we define more than one functionality, any single operator, int a is equal to 10, int b is equal to 20, int c is equal to a plus b. It is a functionality of c. A and b is in the c. Okay, c is equal to a plus b. A is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20. 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. The c is assigned is equal to 30. Okay, system dot out dot println c. Int a is equal to 10, int b is equal to 20, int c is equal to a plus b. C is a single functionality which contains a plus b. C is one of the single functionality, one of the single operator which is contains a and b. C is a integer which contains a and b. Okay, a plus b c is equal to a plus b. System dot out dot println c. 30 is one more example. String str1 is equal to abc. String str1 is equal to abc. String str2 is equal to def. String str1 is equal to abc and string str2 is equal to def, right? More than one functionality. There are more than one functionality. One is there and second one is there. It contains in a single operator. It contains in a single operator that is called a operator overloading. What is called operator overloading? String str3 is equal to a string str1 plus str2. String str1 is equal to abc, string str2 is equal to def. Then string str3 is equal to str1 plus str2. str3 contains a string str1, string str2, right? Then that means str3 is equal to abc plus def. abc plus def. For string concatenation, system.out.println system.out.println str3 str3 system.out.println str3. What is the answer? What is the output of this str3? A B C D E F. A B C D E F. String str1 is equal to ABC, string str is equal to DEF. There are two different functionalities there, and str3, it contains str1, str2. Okay, system.out.println str3 is equal to ABCDEF. ABC is str1, DEF is equal to str2. Then str3, it contains ABC and DEF, which is ABCDEF, right? Some important points. Operator. Some important points. Operator. Operator overloading. Operator overloading is very operator overloading is rarely very rarely used feature. Operator overloading is very rarely used feature in application development. Operator overloading is very rarely used features in application development. Next point. Operator overloading is a bit confusion oriented features. Note. Note. In Java programming language, some of the few predefined some of the few predefined operators some of the few predefined operators are declared as overloaded operators with fixed functionality. Functionalities implicitly as per Java requirement, but Java has not but Java has not provided Java has not provided any environment environment explicitly to perform overloading operator overloading at developers level. What is that? In a Java programming language, some of the few predefined operators are declared as overloaded operators with fixed functionalities implicitly as per Java requirement. But Java has not provided any environment explicitly to perform operator overloading at developer levels. That means operator overloading is very rarely used. It is not a mainly used in application development because operator overloading is a little bit confusion oriented features, not a very good environment provided there. It is a little bit confusion oriented features. That right, and some of the few topics is left, but that's all for today. We will discuss some other topics in tomorrow. Tomorrow is a very special classes, so don't miss those classes now. Okay, that's all for today.